Hi, we're looking at Quandary today. This is a game for educators. I've signed on as a teacher and created an account already. And they have teacher tools. I'm going to go ahead and play the game first and then check out the teacher tools after that. Okay. 32 light years from Earth, the first human settlement on planet Braxos. Alright, keep your robot out of my vegetables. He's leaking oil on my turnips. Alright. So we have a neighborly dispute here. Alright, so it's like I'm intergalactic Judge Judy here. Okay, so we're thoughtfully considering everyone's point of view. So the wildcats are attacking the sheep. Fact, solution, or other opinion. Okay. I guess that's an opinion. Yeah. That's a fact. Solution. Okay, so facts versus solution versus other opinions. Explore 2. Choose 2 to explore. Alright. Fences. Do nothing. Build traps. Poison. Alright, let's consider fences. And traps. Alright, so the shepherd wants to poison them. Doesn't like either option, I guess. Construction chief doesn't care. Doctor agrees with trapping. Manfred doesn't want to do anything. Dr. Yao wants to continue observing. Alright. Now exactly what I'm supposed to do here. It's a little unclear looking at the screen. I've got these 2 dots. Am I supposed to drag something here? Here's a help button. First select a columnist card, then present a solution card to find out. Is this a solution card? Which facts might change what columnist thinks about a solution? Present fact cards to find out. Alright.
If the Yasher's saliva has medicinal properties, maybe building traps wouldn't be a waste of time. But we don't know how many are out there, or how long it will take to trap them. Poison is the best choice.
Okay.
Trap these youngsters? It makes no difference to me. I'm busy building houses for the coming winter.
All right.
I'm the one that told you about their medicinal properties.
This is kind of confusing. I'm just going to click finish. but good escaping traps. Take over Granite's well, dig a new well, pay for the water, leave it alone. Let's go dig a new well or pay for the water.
He should still be willing to help his fellow colonists.
A new well would be cheaper, so we wouldn't have to cut into salaries.
Okay, let's take a look at the teacher tools. Alright, free game, players age 8 to 14, difficult decisions, critical thinking, perspective taking, decision making, problem solving, communication, collaboration. Okay. All right, some evaluative questions here. Gameplay experience. The gameplay experience is boring. You have these little cards, you go through them, you read a little bit, but honestly, this is just really not entertaining at all. Describe the learning experience. Well, you do learn how to sort different facts versus opinions, which is good. The interface to me was a little bit confusing, and as far as the facts and the different people and putting that together, I'm still a little unclear as to how some of that works. I mean, you could learn some good lessons from this if you slog your way through it. Compare and contrast this experience to a traditional lecture or PowerPoint. Personally, I'd rather do a PowerPoint as far as being a learner for this, but I suppose this is more interactive. Middle schooler might find this better than a PowerPoint. I'm not sure. I think a lot of my middle schoolers would get kind of confused with the interface. And I think a lot of them would get kind of bored with this. It moves pretty slow. What learning elements were there? Well, there was sorting different opinions versus facts versus other statements. That was pretty good. The matching the facts and the arguments part, again, I didn't think it was done that well. How did the instruction flow? I didn't find it flowed very well. It sort of jumps from one type of activity to another, and you have these cards, and you're checking these opinions. In what educational context would these games work? Well, in social studies, as far as geography and resources and civics and, private property versus the needs of the community and all of that. I mean, it could tie into a lesson on John Locke. As far as property, he talks about wells and how the well might be the thing in a community that couldn't be privately owned because everyone has to have water. Rawls theories about society, and if you had to go into a society blindly and you didn't know what your role would be and you have to make the rules before you know, what would you do? I could see it filling into those lessons in civics and maybe economics. What were some things the game did well? I think the game did a good job with the sorting of statements into facts, solutions, or other opinions. It's really the only thing I think the game did well. The whole matching up arguments and facts part, I just thought that was confusing. And I'm really not quite sure how that was supposed to play. It wasn't entertaining at all. As an instructor, how would I use this in my instruction? Frankly, I would not. I think this would be a problem trying to get through this with the students. I think they would get bored. And I think there'd be a lot of temptation to go off task on this. Not totally sure how you would really grade this. Like I said, I just didn't care for it. Well, if I had to guide faculty members or teachers in using this in their instruction, I would probably come up with several playthrough videos, and I would have the teachers play through in the lab when I was doing the training, and we would talk about the pros and cons of the game, and I would let them decide if they were going to use it. I wouldn't use it in my class. How could you repurpose this game in a different teaching, learning, subject, content context? I guess in an English class you could write about these kind of decisions and write a story about this maybe. In math, there might be some game theory elements here that could be included. Science, learning the difference between a fact, a solution, and other opinions could be good for a better understanding scientific method perhaps, or scientific writing. Again, I wasn't really thrilled with the game, so it's kind of hard for me to identify areas in other subjects where you would use a game that I wouldn't use in my subject and it was intended for my subject. So Quandary, I'm not in a quandary about this game. I won't be using it.